Hello guys, this is Jen, and I'm doing another video on the Viewsonic G tablet. Now, this is going to be a different type of review, as I'm not really doing much of a review on an Android ROM this time. I'm doing a nice little thing on a Linux operating system called Backtrack 5, and currently in development. You can see next to the developers. I just thought I was test it out. Now this is right now where this is Flashback 7, I believe. It's a honeycomb ROM that runs snappy. If I went to settings, actually, I might really plug in the tablet because it's running a bit juice. So go to about. This flashback. You can't really see it. This is flashback 7.1 and Android version 3.0.1. Also, if you didn't notice, I also have a USB keyboard and a USB mouse plugged in. So let's get into the actual ROM now. Now the way I'm gonna run this is it's actually kind of like a dual boot system. I'll show you how to install it in a bit. Well, actually, it's pre-installed, but how to get to the other system. Let's see if I can crop this up even more. I think it's better. Okay, now we're gonna run in Clockwork Recovery. I apologize if it's not really completely proper the way I want to. Pop. Whatever. Okay, so we're not actually flashing a ROM here. We're actually let's go to install zip. Okay, now the first time after you install it for the first time, you need to if you install a new Android ROM, of course you need to do this. It's called Droid kernel backup, so this backs up the current Android kernel. You don't need to do this once unless you're going to change your ROM or whatever and whatnot. So there we go. And now choose a new zip. And now there are two other zips in here, Backtrack 5 kernel and the restored Droid kernel. So every time one needs to Backtrack 5, you flash this one. If you want to do back to Android, you go back to restore Droid kernel. So let's just Backtrack 5 kernel. Takes 2 seconds. And we're basically done. So let's get back in our boot system. So here we go, Viewsonic G tablet. See that Viewsonic missed. And you're gonna see that it's gonna mess up a bit. Graphic-wise, yeah, it does that. Yeah. So this does have a few features you might want to use. It does have Wi-Fi, but I won't be able to show you that to you because my Wi-Fi thing isn't set up. This doesn't actually have a graphical Wi-Fi interface. What you can do is change a file in there, and it will do it. Boot's actually fairly fast for it. There's an on-screen keyboard here, but I don't need it because I have a mouse and whatnot. So, Backtrack root. There it is, Backtrack 5 on my Viewsonic G tablet. So here's Backtrack 5. Like I said, well, actually it shows battery's charging, so it does recognize that the battery's there. So it does recognize when there's battery and power or not. It doesn't actually tell you how much battery power is in there. So there's battery stuff. Sound doesn't actually work yet. Okay, calendar. Alright, well, sound doesn't really work there. There's actually a few applications here. I can show you that you can go through it. By the way, this is running on my SD card. Initially, they had the system run on your internal SD card, but so they had it worked up so it runs from the external SD card, so that you can dual boot it. Really cool system so far. So if I go in the file system, this is the actual SD card on here. You can actually see it from Android because it's a different type of partition. Like I said, there is Wi-Fi, but you need to change the file. PDF files are actually here. If I want to show you the PDF file here, I just happen to have it, so I have it there. I'll just, you know, run it. Documents and whatnot. You can actually go to your internal SD card here. Well, yeah, I showed you. And this is the actual onboard memory for, you know, Android stuff. So you can't really do anything yet. If I had the dock, I'd probably be able to do an Ethernet cord, but yeah. I only guess the one way I'd be able to do Wi-Fi here is if I unlock the my router, and I don't want to do that really. So there we go. This is Backtrack 5, and you have the terminal. Yeah, actually the touchscreen actually does work. It's not absolute, it's relative, so if I want to close the program, I can go here and tap it. Closes. You guys have the capacitive screens if you want all the capacitive buttons here. So I hit the search button, takes a while to load, you get Firefox on the search thing, but there's no internet. Home. And I forgot home does actually. This brings up the keyboard if you had it on, which I currently don't. Here it is. Yeah, I pressed it way too many times. And back actually cycles through the desktops. So, yeah. So, let's go back to Android here, so I have enough time to do so. So I'm going to log out. And now I'm going to shut it down. Start actually does work. But, yeah, here we go. So let's show you that we can actually go back to Android. Okay, now it's off. Now go back to Clockwork Recovery Mod. And we do the same process we did before, where we go back into the zip, and that zip I showed before. Restore Droid kernel. Afterwards, you can takes you back a couple seconds, go back, reboot system. And now you have it booting up, and it's going to go into Android in the next minute or two. It actually takes forever to load up this one, but it's a good ROM nonetheless. So you can see we're back in Android already. It takes a while to boot up, and leave isn't. Let's go. Here's the flashback. Then. Okay, so this takes like forever. But we do what we do. So let's keep going. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, now we see you have Android back here. So same ROM, same everything. If I were to go into here, settings, about, and everything's still the same. So that's my review of the Backtrack 5. It's not really a review, but it's mostly showing that it actually works. It's currently in development. You can see it on xdaydevelopers.com under the Viewsonic G tablet. I actually have it since you see it's on flashback. This is on bootloader 1.2. It's actually designed for 1.1, but some poster there modded it had the kernel for 1.2. Everything works really well so far. We don't have much to work off. Sound doesn't work, Bluetooth doesn't work, Wi-Fi does work. But this does have some hope that we can run stuff on here. People hoping we can run Migo or Ubuntu. There have been certain cases where people have been running Ubuntu here, so we'll only see what happens when it happens. So far, this is Jan and Chris from Isha, and this is my review.